here. Today is the day, and we are making a Porko Verde bowl. Now, what is a Porko Verde? Well, if you live in San Diego and you go to Senior Grubby's and you get a Porko Verde breakfast burrito, your life will be changed. And if you're ever sick or otherwise feeling not great, it will save you. So, cheers to Senior Grubby's, first of all. You're the best. We love you. Also, Porko Verde is just the greatest dish that has ever been made. It might be my favorite food. I think I told you before. This is an Anaheim pepper. It's almost my favorite food. My favorite food is a Hatch pepper, which is grown exclusively in the Hatch Valley in New Mexico and only harvested between July and September, but you can get it year round with our Hatch Bitchin Sauce. So today we are going to make Porko Verde with our Hatch Bitchin Sauce, lots of delicious peppers, and I can't wait to eat it. All right, first things first, we got to get this Porko onto the grill smoker. You can also put it into the oven, but I'm going to use the smoker today because I've got a little bit of time and I'm just going to let it do its thing. Here we have, is it a pork butt or is it a pork shoulder? Or is it a little bit of both? It's a little bit of both. What's very important is that you have bone in. Now, not only is this going to help with the cooking process, because it heats up and kind of melts all the goodness from within, but it kind of acts as like a turkey thermometer, like those little button pops, and this is how you'll know when it's done. We'll be able to pluck it out so easy. So we've got our pork. We're going to now make a little bit of a dry rub. Salt, cumin, it's oregano. What did you think it was? Smoked paprika. And then I like to use a little bit of cloves because I think it makes it taste so delicious. Okay, so we get that together. You could use a spoon. I didn't have one handy. And we're going to put it right on our Porko. I should probably stop saying Porko, right? It's on a pork butt or a pork shoulder. I have a parchment lined paper to catch any of the delicious spices, and I'm just coating it. Yep. Make sure that's coated on all sides. I'm going to take this down to my smoker, and there's a lot of thoughts on this. I feel like my crunchy spicing might be messing with my audio here, and this is an important lesson I'm about to discuss with everyone. So do you do low and slow, or do you do hot and fast? Or do you do a slightly less well-known method, which is fast and forever? That's the one that we're gonna do. We go fast and you wait until that bone pops out, and that's gonna be perfect. Fast and forever, guys. Vin Diesel, if you want to talk about that title, I'm happy to lend it to you. Okay, the pork is going, and while it's going, let's talk about some of the other things that we're going to be making. So we have our peppers. I've got onion, and I also have this tomatillo. I like these. They're kind of bright. I like them. We're going to put those onto a grill. I'm also going to put, again, the onion, and then I have some poblano peppers too. I like to do some multiple dimensions. I might put a jalapeno on there also, or a serrano. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet. I guess it depends on how spicy I want to make this. But I'm going to go down there, kind of like Goldilocks, or I guess it's not Goldilocks. What is it? Red Riding Hood, with my little basket of veggies. And then go down and, you know, get everything all grilled up, smoked up, totally great. And then we're gonna make our sauce with it. While that's happening, I have bean pot. I'm making fancy beans today. Now, what is a fancy bean? I don't actually know. But what I'm gonna do today is something I've never done before, which is I'm going to just add the chopped elements to the beans while they're cooking and see if it turns out well. It's possible it won't. It's not in my instincts. I would normally saute first to release the flavors and then I would add it to it. But I feel like if we don't try it now, like when will we get the chance? So that's gonna happen today. We're making fancy beans. I think you could probably call them like poached aromatics in the broth. Consomme. Think of other fun words. All right, the pork is going. And the vegetables are also going. I realized I didn't really explain how I was gonna grill those. I'm going pretty high heat. You wanna get some blisters on the peppers. I just put the tomatillos on in it's the same grill. And then the onions too, those go right on. Don't dress them up or anything. Just like throw them on the grill, let it do its work, and then we'll get back to it and make it into a delicious verde sauce. In the meantime, I have these beans. They're very fancy. This is an heirloom bean that I don't know the exact name of, but super special. I think it's called rebasado. Anyways, I've been cooking it for a little while in broth because these are my fancy beans. These are gonna get all the flavor. Ooh, look at them, they're so pretty. And then I'm going to do this thing I've never done. I'm so excited. I've got half of a red onion. Now this is a very large red onion, so if you have smaller red onions, then maybe it's a whole red onion. But for me, it's a half of a giant red onion. And I'm just gonna throw it right in there. Is this bean pot magical? Will it work? I also have some red pepper. All of this has been finely chopped. And we're gonna see if we can like Instapot this bean pot. It would be pretty cool, huh? To be like, man, all you need is some clay. Finely crafted to perfection. And then you can just Instapot all your stuff. Okay, and then I also have some not finely chopped garlic. That one I'm keeping coarse. I think it's gonna be real good. A little bit of oregano, a little bit of cumin. I'm going to add some salt, let it simmer and settle and just get all delicious together. And then I think we'll have fancy beans. I've been thinking about adding some like tequila to it or something. We'll see. We'll see what it needs. Okay. Well, we're down to the peeling of the peppers. And really the best version of pepper peeling that I've seen came from cousin Adam, also known as cabbage. And apparently if you put these in a Ziploc bag right after you roast them, you have a much easier time. I did not do that. And I feel like I'm reaping the rewards of just not planning ahead. So I'm doing the peel kind of like I normally do, which is just like, just get her done. So these chilies are gonna go into my Chile Verde alongside this lovely charred onion. Char's not bad. I'm gonna chop it up and put it in there. I'm gonna add some garlic and I'm gonna add some chicken stock. And I'm going to add maybe a little bit of spices, like maybe a little cumin, some salt, probably some lime. But I'm not gonna go crazy because our pork is heavily spiced and it's gonna be super tasty. And really, I've done this in a lot of different ways. Like I've done this with beer and orange juice and all kinds of things. But to keep it easy, this time we're gonna do chicken stock, lime, and then all of the other delicious components. Chop them all up, put them on the stove for a nice little simmer. And once that pork is ready, we add it into the delicious sauce, and then it's gonna be so good. Also, I'm making some rice right now. Now, you may recall that some of these ingredients are very similar to what we did with the chiles. And you may be like, hey, lady, why don't you just throw it in the blender? I'm trying to have a connection with my food and I wanted to chop it. So I did. I'm adding it all to the pot. Wanted to give you an update on the beans. I know that there were some thoughts about whether or not it would work. It worked. It was delicious. It is delicious. I keep eating it. When I say it was, I mean the spoonful that I had prior to this one. Absolutely scrumptious. Fancy beans. So great. Okay, now I'm gonna leave that. Chicken broth just went in. I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 limes, probably 2 limes. Get that in there, start it to meld together into a delicious sauce. I think the pork is actually almost ready. And then I'm going to add it to it and let it continue to simmer. And you can do that on the stove or in the oven. I actually have a propane stove, and like not like a, ooh, cool, fun gas. It's like a camping propane stove that you have to switch out by going to the gas station or Albertsons, which I love you, Albertsons. Thank you for always having great propane for us to swap out and being so sweet and kind. Anyway, sometimes if we don't have propane, I put this in the oven, so you can do it both ways. All right, guys, had to do a quick pivot because pickers, picking at the pork. Pickers. Now this pork's not ready. The bone will not come out yet. But I cannot leave it down there and just expect that people won't pick at it anymore. I can't leave it and expect that. So I'm taking it a little bit preemptively. It still has great smoky flavor. It looks pretty. It's not that far off from being done, but I'm gonna put it right into the Verde mix. I do this actually probably 50% of the time when pickers abound. Okay, so I'm plopping it right into the Verde mix. I'm going to finish it on the oven where I can keep an eye on it. And as soon as that bone is ready to go, I think we have ourselves a Verde and we'll be ready to assemble. Ooh, one more thing though, and this is so fun. I'm going to add a whole tub of our Hatch Bitchin Sauce. It's going right in there. For the hatchy delights that we all crave. Okay, let's finish this puppy off. Quick lifestyle stuff, I don't know. So we've been getting really into like bowling things in general. And one of them is bowling shirts. Look at this sweet one. Look at it. It's great. Also, while we're on lifestyle things, Pom! Here's Pomfret. I know. She makes me feel like Mickey Rourke. I did not buy her. She was a gift that was dropped off by our lovely, hey, brother and sister, who decided it would be fun to give us a Pomeranian for Christmas. Behold, the bone. It's ready. I really need to get some tongs, but I've been having a lot of fun just, working on my skills with silverware. Time to assemble. We've got our rice, we've got our fancy beans, which turn out so much better than I could have ever expected. I am now going to top them with a little bit of delicious sauce. It looks like a lot, and it is a lot, but I mean, it's Porko Verde day. What are we gonna do? It's like half a tub of sauce. I might pare it down for the official recipe. Or I might not. Okay, the Porko's going on next. Oh, I'm so excited. Everything looks and smells delicious. Now it's just a matter of garnishing. I like radishes, so I'm gonna put a bunch of them on there. It's really just one radish. And I'm gonna put a bunch of cilantro on there. It's really just one cilantro. And then I'm gonna put some lime on there. Oh yes. Just to make it so perfect and tasty. I'm very thankful for this bowl. I love this so much. I am so happy to be able to share it with you. A delicious Porko Verde bowl with our Hatch green chili bitchin sauce. And I'm just gonna go right in. Should I put hot sauce on it? I will, but maybe later. Oh, baby. That is a bowl. Look at this pork. Look at it, just the tenderness. And the sauce. And these fancy beans. Well, we bowled super hard with this one. We had to defend against pickers and really just had to ride it out. This is delicious. Everyone should try it. It will heal your ailments, probably, I think. And if this doesn't do the trick, then contact Senior Grubbies, because I know that one does, for sure. Cheers. Thankful for you.